So I recently started selling craft kits on Etsy, and my first sale was for this little dragonfly. So I'm going to show you how to make him. To make the little dragonfly, you're going to need 24 gauge wire. I've already cut a piece that's 12 inches long. You're going to need round pliers, flat pliers, cutters, and a round form. I use a Sharpie marker. For the wings, you can use ribbon, or you can use this plastic. This is actually a recycled inflatable chair, so any old scrap plastic, colored plastic, you can use for the wings. And seed beads for the tail, and a 8mm bead for the head. To get started, we're just going to bend our wire approximately in half, and you're going to add one of the seed beads on the tail. Doesn't really matter which one. So we're just going to put it to the end and then bend the wires up like that. And then you're going to hold the two wires together, because what you want to do is put all of these beads through the two wires. So you want to make sure it goes through, the wire goes through both the wires go through the hole like that, and then we're going to put them down. And you're going to put on as many beads as you like. You can put 8 to 10 to 12, depending on how long you want the tail to be. So I have about 10 beads on there, and what we're going to do now is actually open up these two wires and slide your wings in between. These wings are about 2 inches long. When I make them a little bigger, I could do them 3 to 4 inches long, depending on how wide your ribbon is. So you're going to slide that between the two wires, like that, in between the two. Put the wires together, and then with the wires together, you're going to put on your 8mm bead. If you're making the dragonfly bigger, you can use a larger bead if you want. So you're going to put the bead there, and then this is where the magic happens. We've got the bead holding the two wires together. This is in between the two wires, and we go abracadabra-cadoo, and we go push, and it creates the wings like that. So what you can do is you can actually take the longer wire and bend it to the back. This part's a little bit tricky. You can actually put it back, pull it around back, and push it back through that bead again if the hole is big enough. So you see I've curved it around the back, and I'm putting it back up through the bead because the hole is quite big. So we're going to go like that, and then you have the two wires sticking up like that. If the hole is not big enough, it's not a problem. What you can do is, I actually have another one set up here. This is some netting when you buy things in a little net in the grocery store. Sometimes you can reuse those as well. So we're going to put these netted wings in there, and we're going to take this bead and put it on, and we're going to make like the hole is not big enough, so we're going to pretend it's not big enough. We're going to put that there, do the same thing, push it down, and instead of winding it through, what we're going to do is just take this one wire and you can just see, you just twist it around a couple of times, okay, like that. But then you're going to have to twist this one around that a couple of times too, so the bead won't slide. The idea is just so that the bead won't slide up. So you're going to go like that. So it's the same effect, whether you do it one way or the other. Now to form the spiral, what you're going to do is actually take your Sharpie, like that, and you want to trim these first to be the same length. So you can just go ahead with your cutters and trim them. And then you're going to hold this and just wind it around in a spiral like that. Same thing, hold it with your thumb and fingers and just twist this around a few times. So you have your spirals, and then to finish up the spirals, you're going to get some round pliers and just take the end of the wire with the round pliers right at the end and just flick of the wrist, just turn it around like that. And you can just manipulate it a bit in with the pliers. And the wire is very soft, so you can just go ahead and squeeze it in with your fingers, and this one too. You just, a little flick of the wrist, you're going to close the circle, push it in a little bit, and then with your thumb and your fingers you're just going to bend it in, and then you're just going to go like this. And once you have the dragonfly made, you can just tie a little fishing line on there to hang it up like that. So once you've formed the spirals of the antennas, you can just take the little tail and bend it a little bit to make it look cuter. So there you have the blue one, and then the pink one with the netted wings, and the one with the ribbon. So thanks so much for watching the video. Be sure to give it a big thumbs up if you like it, and subscribe to my channel for lots more DIY videos. And let me know in the comments below if you tried to make this craft and if you have any other ideas for different DIY crafts that I could come up with.